really focus on the things that has been happening, which has given these people concerns. Now, I don't want you to talk about any specific cases, but I want you to think for a moment. And could you, in one hand and two hands, count the incidents? I mean, just off the top of your head, what are we talking about here? The type of incidents which is would give rise to the genuine concerns that these people have.
Well, you're probably talking at least a dozen in the last few months.
Wow. What I really wanted to know from this man who's involved in the protest was, could you tell me in your own words what the protest is all about?
Well, me and my partner started this wee group called STOP, which is basically Shore Road, Tigers Bay, opposing predators. And it was due to the fact that there was incidents happening in play parks and stuff. And the first play park it happened in was the one that my grandkids use. Yeah. So I just thought we need to do something. So we started this wee group up to more or less monitor the play parks. Yeah. But then it's escalated a wee bit where we want to make our voice a wee bit, get our voice out there more. We've started off with a dozen members. We're now up to just over 700 members.
Yeah. Now, I know there's been a lot of deprivation over the years in this area. I mean, as I told you earlier, I used to come here as a young man, go to a grand disco down there. It was known as Sid's, if you remember. Yep. It was in the, is it the Grove Park they call it there? Yeah. So I used to go to that disco many years ago. I know a lot of people from this area, and I've seen the changing face of this area over the years. Now, again, just over our heads here, there's some of the old housing, and down some of these streets where there's also old housing, but yet in other areas there's brand new houses being built for people. Now, on that, this is just my question to you. I mean, if there wasn't newcomers to this area, I mean, would there be enough housing for the locals, the needs of the local people?
No, still wouldn't be enough. And the thing is, with the local people, the rents have went so high with the landlords that the local people can't afford them. So they're having to move out of their own areas. Yeah. You know, when I grew up here, I'm 60 years of age. When I grew up, it was all families. It was all very family orientated. You know, your brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles all lived there. Yeah. You'd always, if you had a child, there was always somebody there to help you along. Where now, young ones can't get a house close to their parents. Yeah. As you say, the small houses across the road there, they've been there donkey's years. Yeah. You know, there's on up the road there, Grove Housing was meant to build houses in the old Grove School area. Yeah. That's been sitting vacant now for probably 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah.
Pretty much like a Shankill then, the way that they're not. And it's nearly as if it's designed in a way to maybe even drive people out of the area.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. So speaking to some of the ladies there, and they tell me that, I mean, there's areas very close by, and I'm not really going to point them out, but they don't really feel safe to walk in at nights. Could you tell me a bit about that, please?
Well, again, it's the ones up at Shankill, they're having walking patrols now. Yeah. And I think it's something that we're going to have to start looking into ourselves. Yeah. Because the women and kids, we patrol the play parks to try and keep them safe. Yeah. But at night time, you don't want to go back to the days of vigilantes, but there doesn't seem to be enough police in the area to keep people safe.
I understand.
Women and kids, the women are scared to go out. They're scared to walk on their own. They're scared to walk their dogs. It's a shocking situation, that we've got to this stage. Yeah. And again, the more people that come into the area that no one knows where they come from. And again, what some of our signs are, have you seen them? It actually says legal immigrants with a green tick, unfettered illegal immigrants with the X. Yeah. So we're not against illegal immigration. Yeah. It's the unfettered ones. Yeah. And an RV story for you too. There was a house on down the road there. It was had foreigners in it, but they were partying, causing a bit of a ruckus. They moved out, and 4 students moved in. Yeah. So we have actually been in touch with students, because the windows that were put in are still boarded up.
Yeah.
So I give them a personal number and told them during the day, once one of you are free, phone me. I'll take us down to the DUP office. We'll talk to Philip Brad and Dean McCulloch, and we'll get your windows replaced. Their landlord has refused because he thinks they're going to get smashed again. Yeah. And the other thing is as I said about the housing, them 4 students are actually paying £1,400 a month for that accommodation. You know, how could local people here afford that?
I want to really focus on the things that has been happening, which has given these people concerns. Now, I don't want you to talk about any specific cases, but I want you to think for a moment. And could you, in one hand and two hands, count the incidents? I mean, just off the top of your head, what are we talking about here? The type of incidents which is would give rise to the genuine concerns that these people have.
Well, you're probably talking at least a dozen in the last few months.
Wow.
Now, you're talking. I'm not going to get into any certain cases, but indecent exposure, taking photographs of kids, just stuff like that. People are just scared now, scared to take their kids to the park. Yeah. And again, we us patrolling the parks. I was down at Shore Crescent Park 3 or 4 weeks ago, and the kids come over to me and says, "Are you our new security man?" And I says, "No, I'm just down to make sure there's no bad boys about." And a child, probably about 8 years of age, said to me, "We know who you're talking about." And I was sad. I was sad that child knew why I was there. Them kids should be out there enjoying themselves, enjoying their life.
Like we did on our day.
Yes, they shouldn't be thinking about stuff like that, and they shouldn't be frightened of stuff like that.
Yeah, and I know that it says it was closing, but I just want to really ask you one more question. But, I mean, are you getting any help from the authorities? Let's start with the PSNI. Say, for example, there's something that is reported to the PSNI. Do you feel that they're dealing with it the way that they should be?
Well, again, I try and work with them. They approached tonight. I had a wee form ready for them, just saying concerned residents, white line protest from 7 to 8. 8 o'clock, it'll be finished.
Always the best way.
They were fine with that. Just says thank you very much, and away they went. And they haven't been back
well, look, that's good to see, and it's probably better to work with them as opposed to working against them. And you get better at the people whenever you do that type of thing. And as for the politicians, I mean, across the board here, I know this is a unionist area. Are the unionist politicians serving and protecting the people?
Well, to be quite honest with you, Philip Brett and Dean McCulloch at DUP have been fantastic with us.
That's good.
Helped us out, tried to keep us right. They seem to be doing an awful lot of speaking up about the immigration in the council and at Stormont. So yes, I'm very pleased with them. The rest of them, no. I think we need more support. And I would also say, anybody that's been maybe on the verge of wanting to go into politics, this is the time to do it. And just get on this ticket. The anti-illegal immigration ticket, because I think there's both sides want somebody that they can vote for, where the Catholic population, they have no one, because all their ones are all for the immigration. So, if anybody out there is interested in politics, this is the time to do it.
A very, very good point. This is the time, and it's due to what you just say there, that whilst the local DUP councillor and the local DUP MLA, Philip Brett, is doing a grand job for yous, there's other places around the country where, they're not really paying any attention. They don't want to get involved in it. They don't want to listen to the genuine concerns. And we hear that so often to people that we talk right around around this country. Listen, I want to really thank you for taking the time to explain this to me.
Yeah.
And you know, when you can do it in the way that you've just done it, you've explained it very eloquently, and this is the type of thing that wins hearts and minds, that shows people that aren't coming here, that does have genuine concerns. It really shows those people that, well, the people that are here, they're not bad at all. They're not talking about immigration. They're talking about the undocumented, sort of, I call it uncontrolled, uncontrollable, unquantifiable, and most importantly, the unidentifiable immigration that is coming into the countries. Do we even know, do they have a passport? Do they have a criminal record? And that's the type of things that I gather from you that you're concerned about, yeah?
Certainly, you know, you hear the stories. As soon as they get into British waters, the passport identification gets through in the water.
Yeah.
You know, so they don't know who they are.
Listen, thanks very much. Really appreciate that. I'll pump your fist there, but we've got the mic. Thank you now. Thank you now. Bye-bye.
Echoes linger, they're dilled home. Can't kill the truth with a hollow drone. Hands or eyes clenched in fists, history's patterns